This is Ben Rob.
And this is Raution Jaiswal. And we are Callisto.
Today we are going to talk about how the tourism industry is changing and how it has given space to come up with a product like Callisto. Callisto is an audio-visual tour guide that interfaces with a GPS device, empowering travelers to experience the world on their own terms. How many of you have traveled in the past 1 year? Do you think your trip would have been a different experience if someone was navigating you with the guidance of a local expert? Sure. Before we talk more about the product, Ben has produced a demonstration for better understanding of what Callisto is all about.
So this is a very basic product demonstration. We went out with a video camera and a working prototype. So imagine this. You're going to travel to beautiful Salem, Oregon. Okay? Beautiful Salem, Oregon. Okay, you go to the Callisto website, callisto.com, and you download the Salem, Oregon tour to your computer. And from there, you put it onto your GPS device, much like this one. Sit back, relax. This is what you might experience.
You have selected the Salem, Oregon Historical Buildings Tour. Prepare to explore the many locations significant to Salem's history, as if guided by the trustworthy hand of an experienced resident. Sit back and relax as we guide you every step of the way, and share with you our intimate knowledge of the local community and its many wondrous attractions. Willamette University. Founded in 1842, Willamette University is best known as being the first university in the West. Willamette was also one of the earliest co-educational institutions in the United States, and its first graduate was a woman. Women were attending the School of Medicine as early as 1877. During the university's first half-century, its land holdings were gradually sold to meet other needs.
After 400 yards, turn right, then take the third right.
With the result that much of the present Salem downtown is built on former university land. University students enjoy the privilege of celebrating the majestic Willamette University mascot, the Bearcat. Have you ever seen a Bearcat? Neither have I.
I'm sure after seeing this video, you must be thinking that your trip would have been a different experience, with much more fun and information. Ben, why don't you talk about Callisto product in detail?
So Callisto is a software-based application that can be downloaded onto any GPS device, like TomTom, Garmin, or any GPS-enabled mobile phone. So you take your GPS device, and you go out to an area of your interest, and the GPS will tell you all the different facts about, interesting facts about all the places there, all without ever getting lost. So whenever you're in an unknown location, you can take your GPS with you. And the best thing about Callisto, which you might have saw in the video, is that it's flexible to your schedule. You can take a tour on your own time. So when you're in an unknown location, you can use Callisto to get the guidance of a local expert.
So Callisto is an interesting product to consumers because it allows flexibility in their vacation schedule. They can plan their tour anytime during the vacation and not their vacation anytime during the tour. They have that flexibility. During the tour, they don't have to bother themselves with paper maps, books, or someone sitting beside them navigating them the wrong direction. I'm sure, like looking at navigating them in the wrong direction, and it's more interactive than a book, as we can understand. And we know when people are planning a vacation, it is an expensive venture, and they would try to curtail the cost, but without compromising the quality. So Callisto has taken great care to price a product that is affordable to our target market.
Speaking of the target market for Callisto is college-educated adults with families of 2 or more members, an average age of 46, and they own a GPS unit, of course. And we found that these people are not only good at using technology, but they're avid leisure travelers. In fact, they travel more than anyone else in our market.
So Callisto has a well-defined target market, and it is a product of interest to consumers. But it is also tempting to investors as well.
It is interesting to investors as well. It's interesting to investors because there's a low startup cost, which makes it easy to start up and attractive to start up. Also, looking at the growing trends of both GPS use and sales and leisure travel in the whole world makes this sustainable. And not to mention, Callisto has the best mix of both fixed and variable costs, which Raution is going to talk about next.
An important part of any business plan is the bottom line. Callisto is a lucrative business for several reasons. It has a lower expense structure, which gives us further incentive to boost sales to have a lower average total cost. Developing a tour is a one-time fixed cost like a software company. So as the sale of the number of units increases, total revenue increases and the cost per unit decreases. While considering revenue estimation, we ran our financial model through several scenario analysis. And the projection of the revenue was repeatedly recasted, specifying probability distribution of these revenues and the random sampling of these distributions. And the cash flow indicates that Callisto will have to sell around 1,200 units package per city, and for the business as a whole, 5,900 units per year. These numbers are definitely achievable, considering our target market and the product at offering. But the first thing first, to start a business, it costs money, and we will need $80,000 in 2 installments, $40,000 for the startup. And it will have a payback period of around 7 quarters, whereas the business would be profitable by the end of the first year. We have taken great care to price it, and while considering financials, pricing the product was an uphill task. But the mission of Callisto is to empower travelers to experience the world on their own terms. Thus, all of this is just at the cost of $23 for 3 different tours in the city.
So Raution shows you how this is profitable. Now we have to prove to you that it's sustainable. And sustainability we consider to be the way we maintain a competitive advantage over all possible competitors in our market. Years because of that high brand recognition. Now when you look at the GPS travel tour trends, it's growing. And as soon as we can get into this market, the better chance and the better position we will have over our competitor, any possible competitors in that market. And speaking of growth, Callisto is extremely scalable. That's one of the best parts about Callisto. First, when Callisto was first introduced, we're going to introduce it consecutively into 5 different cities: New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Honolulu, and Washington, D.C. Over half of all tourism travel occurs in these 5 cities. That's why we chose them. Now, to talk about scalability, what we can do is offer our tour onto different devices, such as GPS-enabled phones, or maybe even iPods. And then language translation, so someone from abroad can come to the Americas, the States, and see a Callisto tour in their own language and dialect. And then after that, once the Callisto brand is established, we can use that to go international and offer our tours to an international market.
We understand that there are certain risks involved with Callisto. Like, it is a technology-based product and technology changes rapidly. It is important for us to understand that we need to anticipate the change and adapt them quickly to be on top of curve. Second, it is not easy to replace age-old conventional tour guides like books and maps. But considering the comfort and the higher usage of technological product these days, it will be an easier sale. Third, we understand that there would be a low barriers to entry in considering our competitive advantage. You may be thinking that there is a chance that this business can be replicated. You are correct. But considering our sustainable competitive advantage, it will not be easy to drive away business from us. This business is driven to be a medium of change. Callisto will empower travelers to experience the world in a certainly new way, and most importantly, on their own terms.
Thank you all for your time and undivided attention. Thank you, Raution.
Thank you, Ben.
Now we'd love to open the floor for questions.